EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Prescott drops it underneath Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A first down throw for Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Over here. No. 258. That's fine, yeah.
Here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Here's Jones, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now Rodgers, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Nice little juke. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game, the Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything but, boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss, threw an interception. The Rams kicked the field goal and won. Defense still exists if you care to play it.
Here's Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Prescott yet again. A dump off to Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Prescott now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Prescott now. Wide open receiver complete. The 15 yards through the air and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's complete. It's the Carr-to-Cooper connection. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun. Oh, look at the juke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are in for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. He spins free. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Tyrone Crawford coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
319. Jump out.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Rodgers now on 1st down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They'll give to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back now at Lambeau. A second down throw for Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's taken down inside the 30. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Trevor Davis now to return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Adams. 23 yards on the play. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
Hey, check 26. Hey.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 11, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
It's coming now.
2nd down, Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, Tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.